What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video. Guys, here we are with if you're an American living abroad, tell me why you would never go back. Part 4. This is really like part 8 for us, I think. Something like that somewhere. But before we jump into this, what I need y'all to do is slap that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You'll subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Guys, I'm human. Why did I come all the way to the camera like that? I'm back. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe on Patreon or the description section. There's a Google form link. What we got?
You're an American living abroad. Please tell me why you would never go back.
Hi there. My answer is, why would I want to go back to a country where it's illegal to open a beer in a public place like a park, but it's legal to openly carry a gun? And in Germany, where I live now, the opposite is true. Why would I want to go back to a country that makes up only 4.5% of the Earth's population, but produces 17% of the Earth's garbage, and consumes 24% of the world's energy? And people like my family use plastic plates for Thanksgiving dinner. A country that has the knowledge, wealth, and resources to fight climate change, but it's a country where politicians bring snowballs into the Senate to prove that global warming is fake. The same thing.
I know. There's no way. Is that did a senator? Did a senator really bring a snowball into a conference to prove that global warming is fake, bro? There's no way. There's just no way. But he's preaching right now. I'm gonna let him keep
Politicians
preaching.
bring snowballs into the Senate to prove that global warming is fake. The same Senate where only two political parties that hate each other have seats, even though they mostly just represent rich white people. And they have the audacity to call it the world's greatest deliberative body. A country where 30 to 40% of all food is wasted, while 38 million Americans suffer from food insecurity. A country with a homelessness problem and an eviction problem, but also with 17 million empty homes. A country where people got more offended at a man protesting police unaliving black people than getting offended at the unalivings themselves. A country whose prison population is about the same as the entire population of Botswana. A country that spends more on its military than all of these countries combined, and where people's taxes go to finance US imperialism and drone strikes around the world. So they are quite literally blowing up their citizens' money while destroying people's homes and lives around the world. A country where people go into serious debt for years or decades just to finance their higher education, if they risk going at all. Whereas in Germany, the master's program that I'm doing now is free. A country where crippling debt is also caused by the healthcare system, and where 28 million people don't have health insurance. A country where millions of people watch Fox News, including my family. A country where after watching 4 years of this dumpster fire, 74 million people thought to themselves, including people in my family again, you know what? He deserves 4 more years. A country...
First of all, I love this guy. Second of all, he's preaching facts, bro. So much food waste, yet so much hungry people. So much homelessness and eviction, yet so much empty homes. It's just not making sense. It's just not adding up. Like, what are we doing here? Dang, this man preaching right now. I'm gonna let him keep preaching, bro. And he even calling his family, the family out.
4 million people thought to themselves, including people in my family again, you know what? He deserves 4 more years. A country where tens of millions of indoctrinated Bible thumpers leave their tax-exempt churches on a mission to spread their fundamentalism and save souls by trying to scare or guilt trip you to Jesus. Whereas here in Germany, a German man once said to me, in Germany there is no Jesus anymore. A country where more people believe in angels than in evolution. Country of self-proclaimed Jesus freaks that believe a lot of other crazy shit, and yet still start the holy Christmas season with good old-fashioned Black Friday shopping and fatal trampling. And that happens exactly 1 day after being thankful for what they already have. A country whose
That comes exactly 1 day after being thankful for what they already had. Hey, next year they just try to be thankful for more, I guess.
trampling. And that happens exactly one day after being thankful for what they already have. A country whose citizens call it the greatest country in the world, even though they probably haven't been to another country, like many people in my family again. And if they have, and it wasn't just some bullshit booze cruise to the Bahamas, then it was probably a 1 week long rush from European capital to European capital as fast as possible, because their employers don't give them nearly enough vacation days to have a proper vacation. So all of these social, political, cultural, and personal reasons break my spirit and infuriate me. So no, I don't want to go back to the land of the undereducated, over-medicated, under-vaccinated, over-incarcerated, capitalistically inundated, racially segregated, politically constipated, white male-dominated, religiously and nationalistically indoctrinated, and high-fructose corn syrup saturated. So I'm sorry, Brad, but I'm going to stay in Germany.
Hi, TikTok. So
I don't even know what to say. Those shots. He was just firing shots off left and right. Like, oh my Lord. Like, ooh, that would hurt a little bit. That stung a little bit. But he was preaching facts. You can't get mad at the truth. A lot of people do, but you shouldn't. You should listen to it. Try your best to understand where they're coming from. And then try to fix whatever's wrong.
Hi, Brad, but I'm going to stay in Germany.
hi, TikTok. So I'm an American living in Germany, and I'm asking you to stitch this. If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back. If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I'm an American living in Germany, and there are a lot of reasons that I don't ever want to leave, but at the top of that list is safety. As a woman, I feel safe, even if it's late at night and even if I'm by myself. Back in Texas, I always felt like I was more on edge, always looking behind my shoulder, making sure I knew all my surroundings, and here I just feel really safe. More importantly, though, my husband feels safe here. I've talked about this before, but my husband is a black man, and being a black man in America, being a black person in America, or a person of color, period, in America, the weight of that can be heavy. We're not worried about him getting pulled over by the police and becoming another statistic. And of course, Germany has its own issues with racism, but the peace of mind that we have here, that he has here, is everything. Also, Glühwein beer and fresh bread.
That's so awesome, though, that, you know what I'm saying? They found a place, Germany. A lot of people that I feel like leave America that move, go to Germany. So first off, shout out Germany for whatever you're doing it right. I'm going to just say that. But you know what I'm saying? It's so amazing that they could go to a place where they felt safe, where they felt peace of mind. I feel like, if you're living if you live without peace of mind or the feeling of safety, then that would kind of suck. That like she said, that having to carry that weight around, that's a sucky weight to carry around. But keep it rolling.
Is everything. Also, Glühwein beer and fresh bread.
If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Hey girly, so I decided to sit here and really think about that question. I really wanted to just meditate and ask myself, like, what is the reason? Like, I really had to delve deep in myself to find out the answer for this, right? And what I came up with is, hold on. All right, I went to go get a snack and some water, so just give me a second.
Gotta stay hydrated. Got you.
So what I came up with is just the simple fact that I'm black. Okay? I'm a black person. I'm a black woman.
Oh my.
Yeah. Sorry to waste your time, but that's all I got.
That was the best answer. She said, so I really thought about this question. Kind of had to let it sink in. You know what I'm saying? Had to really understand what I wanted to say. Had to think about it for a minute. Hold on, let me go get some snacks and water. Got her water, snacks. And so, yeah. So after thinking about it and everything, the answer that I came up with is that I'm black. That I'm a black woman, bro. That's the only answer you needed. That's all you needed. I love that one. Shout out her, because that gave me a laugh.
Sorry to waste your time, but that's all I got.
If you're an American living abroad, Please tell me why.
Well, I have a long list of reasons why, but I'm going to mention just a few of the more important ones here.
Go for it.
Number one, work-life balance. Instead of working 70 hours a week, now I work 35 to 40. And this is considered a lot, especially for my profession as an English teacher. Number two, the relationships you have with other people. They're more based on qualities and characteristics of a person as opposed to status and what you do. Number three, healthcare. Affordable healthcare.
Yes.
And number four, the lack of violence and extreme racism and all of those things. I mean, don't get me wrong, these things still exist here in Europe, but not to the extent that they do in the United States of America. And number four, the food.
Stitch this. If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Okay, so not an American, I'm a Canadian, but these are the reasons why I couldn't move back home. First up, no surprise, winter is a bitch. My mood is super dictated by the seasons, and I need sun to be happy. Basically means I get like 60 days of good happiness in Toronto. Next up is I would miss beaches way too much. Toronto obviously doesn't really have many beaches. This is like the closest thing, called Hanlon's Point, and it's a place you can swim on the island. The water's a bit polluted. Some people swim in it. Personally, I have a no holes rule, so I only go up to it to my knees. And I definitely couldn't go back to having only 10 days off. In Canada and America, you get about 2 weeks holiday on average. In Australia, you get 4 weeks, which you can even get up to 5 weeks if you've been at a company long enough. So I'm sorry, Australia it is.
If you're an American living abroad,
Good choice.
please
Good
tell me
choice.
why you would never go back.
So I've been living as an expat since 2019. As soon as I finished undergrad, I literally hop skip up out of the States and I'm never going back. I've been living abroad as a teacher, and first and foremost, the biggest thing, when I go to school, I do not fear a student bringing a gun. I don't think anybody's going to come in and brakakaka all around the school. So first and foremost, safety at work. Second of all, I literally feel safer in every other country I've lived. I've lived in Italy, Senegal, South Korea, and Haiti, and overall safety, especially as a black woman, like, is better. Like, I feel most uncomfortable in the States, which is why, again, I'm never fucking going back. And the last thing is cost of living. It's so expensive to live in the States. Other places are more expensive, but for me and my lifestyle, nah, I'm not going back.
This.
She knew when she graduated, she was up out of there. She said, I'm not, as soon as I get out of America, I'm not rolling back. I'm out of there. And you know what I'm saying? It just sounds like she loves it a lot better where she's at. A lot better where she's at. Keep it rolling.
My lifestyle, nah, I'm not going back.
I feel you.
If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Okay, so I am not an American living overseas. However, there is a trend forecast that within the next 6 years, if America cannot get its shit together, there is going to be a large exodus of Americans fleeing America and moving overseas, even South America, a lot of the Caribbean area, Europe, a lot of different places. It's going to be a large number of Gen Zs, so straight out of high school, college age, Gen Zs, young 20-somethings, and then you're going to see a lot of millennials, especially a lot of millennials without children. Their boomer parents are going to be dead. They can't afford houses, but they can afford houses overseas because they're going to inherit some money. So yeah, that is the trend forecast in the next 6 years, is you're going to see a large exodus of people from America fleeing because America is not doing well.
I'm an American
I
living
feel
in
that.
Germany, and I'm asking you to stitch this.
I'm sorry. I have to apologize. I find this ironic. Living abroad. You're an American living abroad in Germany. You mean you went home? You're not living abroad. You're living at home. I'm Native American. I'm living at home. If I moved to Germany, I would be the American who would be living abroad. So the reason why Americans who are living abroad, if they moved out of the Americas, don't want to come back to the Americas, it's because it's stolen land. That's why they shouldn't come back. That's why. Because it's stolen land and it was taken over by genocide.
If you're an American living
I feel you, like, I was scared for a second. The way he was laughing, I was like, well, yeah, American living abroad in Germany. But I feel where he's coming from. So he's taking it way back to when, like you said, the land was stolen from the Native Americans. And so I understand his comment.
Because it's stolen land and it was taken over by genocide.
If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Financial stability. My apartment is paid for. MRIs are so much cheaper here and affordable. I can safely take walks.
What you mean your apartment paid for? Like, what you mean when you say paid for? You mean like you don't gotta pay rent monthly, or what?
My apartment is paid for. MRIs are so much cheaper here and affordable. I can safely take walks alone at night. Everything's walkable. Public transportation is so good.
What a great day to be a spider.
That video, there were some funny ones in that video. I enjoy reacting to that one. Just to see why people wouldn't move back. And a lot of it comes down to, a lot of the times it really comes down to safety, financial stability, healthcare, food. Damn, I can't think of anything else. And they just feel more peace of mind elsewhere. And so shout out to them for actually leaving and, you know what I'm saying, living their best life. That's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video you want to see or hear me react to, you can subscribe to Patreon, leave a suggestion, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Hit the link, fill out your suggestion, send it to me. Want me to get to yours faster, others fill out premium. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy DD. Out.